as we count you down to kickoff from here at the Blue Cross Bowl. So those are the list of games that we've seen this week. This one, of course, Alcoa versus Covington. It was won last year by Alcoa 31-20. Alcoa has won 25 consecutive games coming into this contest. For Covington, they've won 28 of their last 29 games. Their only loss was in this game last year in the Class 3A state championship game to the Alcoa Tornadoes. So Covington and Alcoa for the Class 3A state championship. And it should be a good weather day other than the strong winds. The countdown to kickoff continues as Alex will introduce the starters for Alcoa and Covington right after this 2-minute station break on the TSSAA network.
Since 1976, Musco has specialized in the design and manufacture of sports and large area lighting solutions. From neighborhood ball fields to international speedways, Musco is committed to providing cost-effective lighting solutions and services you can rely on. For your budget, for the environment, Musco Lighting, we make it happen.
Get ready, race fans. NASCAR is back in Music City with a new name, the Cracker Barrel 400. Guitars, fast cars, and the comfort of Cracker Barrel's country hospitality. May 30th through June 1st. The action kicks off Friday night at Nashville Super Speedway with the Rackley Roofing 200. Then the Tennessee Lottery 250 on Saturday. And Sunday night, NASCAR's top stars under the lights in the Cracker Barrel 400. Get your tickets now at NashvilleSuperspeedway.com.
Busy bee, yeah, busy bee. If you need
Hold on, y'all, hold on. I need to make a call. Hey, this is Brianna with Busy Bee. I'm giving you a call to let you know your technician is on his way.
833.
Bee, oh, busy bee. Guys, not yet. Not yet.
Busy bee, oh,
Now
busy
ready,
bee.
guys.
Call 775-7833.
Custom Stone Handlers supplies over 600 distributors and suppliers with quality stone products. Along with Riverstone, we produce and distribute over 100 building, landscape, and other bulk products. Our goal is to provide quality products, service, and partnerships to ensure our customers' success. We firmly believe the measure of any person or company is how you treat other people and customers. Give them a call at 931-490-4990 or visit CustomStoneHandlers.com.
Junior. Next up at center, Andrew Wyatt, the 5'10", 235-pound senior. At right guard, number 55, Andrew Coulter. He's 5'11", 225 senior. And at right tackle, Malik Hall at 6'2", 255-pound junior. On offense for the Covington Chargers, at quarterback, it'll be Brock Lomax, the Lomax, 6'1", 175-pound senior. At fullback, number 3, Keyshawn Grant, 5'5", 165-pound senior. At tailback, getting the load will be number 7, Marcus Hayes. He's a 5'7", 155-pound sophomore. And at wingback, Cordarius Page. He'll wear number 25 today. He's a 5'5", 140-pound senior speedback. At tight end, it's number 44, Robeson Hendren. He's a 6 foot, 215-pound senior. And at wideout, we'll have number 23, Joshua McGarity. He's a 5'8", 165-pound junior. At strong tackle, we'll have number 76, Michael Rose, a 6'2", 275-pound senior. At strong guard for the Chargers, we'll have Kalen Fain, a 5'11", 255-pound senior. At center, we'll have number 76, Michael Rose. At guard, at weak guard, Fabian Richards, 5'10", 205-pound senior. And at weak tackle, we'll have Elijah Patrick. He's a 6 foot, 227-pound junior. We'll stay on defense now with the Chargers. At defensive end, we'll have Josh Tyus. He's number 48, as well as number 20, Elijah Scott. Up front for the tackles for the Chargers, it's number 46, Colby Thompson Mason, a 5'11", 225-pound junior. And defensive tackle number 53, Blake Jackett. He's a 5'9", 255-pound junior. Moving up past the line to the linebackers, the outside linebacker, number 22, Rashawn Dyson. He's a 5'8", 155-pound sophomore. The two inside linebackers go as this. Number 5, Caleb Winfrey. He's a 5'10", 200-pound junior. And the other inside linebacker is number 28, Larico Burton. He's a 5'7", 155-pound sophomore. Outside linebacker, number 10, Satrikius Hall is a 5'1", 175-pound senior. In the backfield, the defensive backfield, that is, at cornerback, it'll be number 21, Miles Starks, and number 1, Brock Lomax, the quarterback, who will also play on the defensive side of the football. And at safety, we'll have Joshua McGarity and Marcus Hayes. For the Tornadoes, we'll quickly round out their defensive starting lineups. At defensive end, we have number 44, Landon Ray, and number 33, Adonis Salter. Salter is a 6'2", 235-pound senior. At defensive tackle for the Tornadoes, we have Jacoby Robinson and number 98, Gray Carroll. Moving to the linebacking core, we have number 25, Caden Tollett. He's a 6', 190-pound junior. And at middle linebacker, we've got number 30, Shannon Mitchell. He's a 5'11", 180-pound senior. At weak side linebacker, number 7, Tristan Blankenship. He's a 6'1", 220-pound sophomore. The two corners for the Tornadoes, number 12, Isaiah Cox. He's a 6'2", 170-pound sophomore. And at number 28, the other corner is J.R. Jones. He's a 5'8", 155-pound sophomore. Rounding out the defensive starting lineups for the Alcoa Tornadoes, the two safeties, number 20, Tyler Boyd, and number 5, C.J. Armstrong. Armstrong, of course, the 5'11", 175-pound junior.
Let's pause 10 seconds for our stations to identify themselves. This is the Tennessee High School Football Championships on the TSSAA Network.
From Sportscom here on the north side of Murfreesboro. And David, before a pitch was ever thrown, a tennis ball was ever hit, a soccer ball was ever kicked, we were making news with the weather because, you can always talk about the weather, and we've had plenty of it this morning, and we are going to be under the gun later on with more to come later today.
I heard a comment just a little while ago that Mother Nature has made her appearance.
Mother Nature did make her appearance for sure, and like we mentioned, that we had storms come through about 10:30 this morning, and so it did come, and we expect another round of storms to come through somewhere 5:30. We'll have more details on that as we go.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here, Chip, that have already arrived to watch all these sports activities, and they're all out here in their cars and under umbrellas watching the radar coverage for Murfreesboro and Nashville to see when these bands of weather are going to be coming through.
Absolutely. We want to remind you that this hour of Spring Fling HQ is brought to you by Moe's and their 2 Rutherford County locations. A brand new Moe's Southwest Grill just opened in Smyrna. Get ready for crowd-pleasing catering and flavor-packed favorites like made-to-order burritos, fresh tacos, and more. Only a mile and a half off I-24 in Sam Ridley Parkway by Hobby Lobby. Welcome to Moe's. That's what they love to tell you there, and we welcome you to our first hour of Spring Fling coverage from Spring Fling HQ. And the first thing that happened today regarding schedules and weather updates, if you are following baseball right now, the easiest thing to tell you about the baseball schedules is everything in baseball has been moved one day. So Tuesday's games are being played Wednesday. Wednesday's games will be played Thursday. And then we get into the championship rounds in Division II on Friday, Division I on Saturday. But right now, if you on TSSAA that the baseball schedule has been updated. So today, baseball has been a washout. Softball has also been a washout for today. But that the updated schedule there has not been completed yet.
That's right. And what they're going to try to do with the softball schedule is maybe start a little earlier tomorrow so that they can get all the games in and keep it on the original schedule when it comes
for
Friday.
They're trying, they'll try to work everything in like as David said, in an expanded schedule tomorrow and Thursday to try to get everything ready to where Friday is simply, you get to the championship round. Because right now, once we get through the biggest part of the weather that'll be coming through later today, or we expect to be later today, after that, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday look really good. But once you get out to Saturday, there's a possibility there. But we can tell looking out our AccuWindow forecast here at Sportscom, the American flags over the field at McKnight Park. The fields at McKnight Park Old Glory is in full mast right now.
It looks like a metal.
It looks like a steel flag. It is hanging on because we're getting we're getting wind out of the west, and we'll be telling you what we're seeing on radar. We'll get you weather updates as well. But right now, the biggest two things we've mentioned as far as baseball and softball. There will be no baseball today. There will be no softball today. It has been moved ahead. The baseball schedule will be exactly as it was just a day later. At this point, softball, we will start to go through once that schedule is completed, hopefully within the next hour or so. We'll be able to give folks an update. We'll also go through the full baseball schedule. What we do have is we have track is underway over at the Dean Hayes track at MTSU. Soccer is underway out at the Richard Siegel.
4 games already in progress.
4 games underway. We can get you updates on those as we go. Also, tennis is underway and has been moved indoors out at Old Fort Park at the Adams Tennis Complex.
Yeah, I understand that some of the tennis competitors are not real happy about that because they really like to play outside.
Well, they do
as much as possible.
But that's one of the reasons that part of why Spring Fling is here is we have 8 beautiful indoor courts at the Adams Tennis Complex with things that are going on out there. So all of that being said, we can give you our first score updates of the day, and that being in soccer. And this is we have one. Let's see. Here's
one score.
One update here. Madison Magnet and Battle Creek. That is still in the first half, and Madison Magnet leading that one by a score of 1-0. Interesting there that Battle Creek is in its first year as a high school, and so they are underway and doing well there. We have another Class A quarterfinal. We're looking to get, and that would be Lakeland Prep and STEM Prep. 39-minute mark of the first half. STEM Prep with a 1-0 lead in that one. So that is going on. Class A quarterfinal also waiting. This would be on Field 2 out at the Richard Siegel Soccer Complex. Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg Pittman. And waiting on our technology to catch up with my mouth here. We will have that as it pops up. Independence Academy and Forest that also a Class A quarterfinal. 4 Class A quarterfinals going on right now. Independence has just scored a second goal and leads Forest out of Chapel Hill by a score of 2-0. That in the first period out at the Richard Siegel Soccer Complex. And again, very fortunate to have turf fields available out at the Richard Siegel Soccer Complex. And so the other one game we have is not giving me an update on just yet. That's going to be in boys soccer, Pigeon Forge against Gatlinburg Pittman. They could have played that one up there in Kodak at the old Smokies ballpark, but instead those two come to Murfreesboro and play. And so that kind of gets us up to date on what we have in soccer at this point with games underway. Independence leading Forest 2-0. No score that's been reported yet on Gatlinburg Pittman and Pigeon Forge. STEM Prep leading Lakeland Prep as that one is nearing halftime, 1-0. And the other one, Madison Magnet leading Battle Creek 1-0, as that one is also in the first half. So a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, even with a weather delay and we're having to push things, the TSSAA staff has really been working hard ever since early this morning, watching the weather, trying to anticipate what's going to happen, notifications. It's a lot of things that go behind the scenes, I guess, in a situation like this on a big thing like Spring Fling.
Absolutely.
That you just don't see and you don't think about until something like this happens. And then they have to anticipate and make communications. There's lots of teams that have to be contacted. All these teams that are traveling are here now, and they're trying to reevaluate when they're going to have a hotel room.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And also we've got what we'll do in our next segment. We will go to the baseball bracket and give you the update on the first round games that are canceled for today that will be played tomorrow. We will get you all of those. And as you mentioned, the one thing that the weather does not stop, it does not stop the travel. You've got to figure out when your hotel rooms are, and you got to have something to eat. Also, which reminds you that our first hour is brought to you by Moe's, your home for crowd-pleasing catering and flavor-packed favorites like made-to-order burritos, fresh tacos, and more in Murfreesboro on Thompson Lane and in Smyrna on Sam Ridley Parkway by Hobby Lobby. And as they always say, welcome to Moe's. We'll be back with more Spring Fling HQ here on the TSSAA Network.
If you want the latest in weather conditions, be sure to tune in to our Busy Bee Plumbing Weather Report each weekday on Mornings on Main Street. Brought to you, of course, by Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. We will keep you updated on the latest conditions outside, like severe weather, heat, snow, rain, and even hail.
Zion Christian Academy at zioneagles.org or 931-388-7531. You can schedule your appointment to visit their beautiful campus. Again, zioneagles.org or 931-7531 to schedule your visit today.
Being in Tennessee, we wanted to try to keep it as local as possible, so we have an entire section of our menu that is just dedicated to local whiskeys like Uncle Nearest, Jack Daniels, of course, George Dickel, Nelson Brothers, Greenbrier whiskey, and all of our taps are all local. From 2 o'clock until midnight, we've got food every day for you guys. A good handful of appetizers, some entrees, and a couple salads and things like that. My name is Ethan Kanata. Please come down and see us at the Pick Lobby Bar here at the Omni in Nashville.
officials.
Oh. Today's student athletes are truly special, but there's something pretty great about the men and women who officiate their games too, like the way they're giving back to their communities. Officiating is a terrific way to stay in shape, meet new people, and stay connected to the game you love. But the biggest reason of all, we need more qualified high school officials here in Tennessee. And without them, the rest of us would have a whole lot less to cheer about. High school games need officials. High school sports need you.
Great call, Ref! Yeah!
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Stay tuned for more live coverage on Spring Fling HQ. Spring Fling HQ is in a local station break and will return in 1 minute.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Tennessee. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Tennessee Secondary School Athletic Association and the Tennessee Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back into Spring Fling HQ as we come to you live from the geographic center of Tennessee here in Murfreesboro. Glad to have you with us on the TSSAA Network today as opening day of Spring Fling 32. We have already had Mother Nature has decided to throw a monkey wrench into the scheduling, but want to remind you that our schedule moves on. We are going to be on the air for 2 hours today until 4 o'clock Central Time, 5 o'clock Eastern Time, and remind you that our first hour of coverage is brought to you by Moe's Southwest Grill. Who ordered this burrito? Someone knows exactly what they're doing. Welcome to Moe's. Also want to remind you that our weather updates today are brought to you by Perry Weather, the official weather safety platform of the TSSAA. Stay up to date on all the schedule changes and results at TSSAAsports.com/Spring Fling. And some of those schedule changes we're going to get to right now and get you updated. We have given you the blanket statement that baseball has been moved by a day. So what we're going to do, we've got the updated brackets are available on TSSAAsports.com in the /Spring Fling. But we're going to go ahead and give you those, and we'll start with Class A with the 4 first-round games that are now scheduled for Wednesday that had originally been scheduled for this afternoon.
Exactly. So starting at 4 o'clock tomorrow, the ones that are on the bracket making their first appearance in the state tournament is Whitwell, and they'll be taking on McKenzie, and that's at 4 o'clock at Wilson Central. If you're following those teams, they'll be playing at Wilson Central tomorrow. And the second game there at 6:30 following the Whitwell-McKenzie game will be Cofield and Bradford. I'm going to try to keep those in those packages. So at 4 o'clock at Eagleville, if you're following that team, the reigning champs will be taking on East Robertson at 4 o'clock. That's at Eagleville and East Robertson. And at 6:30 following that game at Eagleville is the state runner-up from last year, University School of Johnson City, taking on Union City. So that's the 4 games that will start things off tomorrow in those locations.
So who you got in that one? Union City or University School?
I don't know. I tell you what, the University School, they made a strong showing last year. They ended up the runner-up, but it was some really close ball games there at the end of the tournament.
And, Union City, they may feel like they have weather in their favor since they are the Tornadoes coming out of West Tennessee. So, so they will be playing tomorrow. Moving on to Class AA, these games to be played at Riverdale and Stewart's Creek. The 2A schedule tomorrow at 4 p.m. Westview High School out of Martin, Tennessee will take on White House Heritage at 4 p.m. at Riverdale.
That's Westview's first appearance in the state tournament.
Yep. So they will be making their debut at Riverdale tomorrow. Game 2 will be at 6:30 tomorrow night at Riverdale. That will be Huntington. They will take on Sweetwater. So that will be at 6:30. Then also at the same time up at Stewart's Creek, it will be Liberty Creek taking on Forest High School out of Chapel Hill. That is a 4:00 start. Then at 6:30, speaking of tornadoes, the Alcoa Tornadoes will be.
Let's not speak about tornadoes.
Will be facing Lakeland Prep. So that is your schedule in Class 2A in Division 1.
And interesting enough, Chip, 3 of those teams that you just mentioned, it's their first time at the state tournament. And so they're all making their debut at the prom, if you will.
And they're all having to delay that debut by 24 hours. Moving on to Class 3A, these games will be played at Blackman and Smyrna. What do you got?
Okay, at Blackman at 4:00, it'll be Munford taking on Anderson County. And in the second game there at Blackman, White House will be taking on defending champion Tullahoma. That game will start at 6:30 at Blackman. In Smyrna, at the Smyrna Fields, South Gibson will be taking on Greenville at 4:00, and then be followed by the 6:30 game in Smyrna. Runner-up from last year, Upperman will be playing Chester County, and those should be some pretty good ball games in Smyrna and in Blackman tomorrow.
So that'll be the 3A bracket that will get underway tomorrow. And then moving to Class 4A, which will be played at Oakland and Siegel here in Murfreesboro. The upper half of the bracket will be played at Oakland, and that will start out with Blackman High School of Murfreesboro taking on Green Hill out of Sumner County. And that will be a 30-win ball club in Blackman taking on a 25-11 Green Hill team. Oak Ridge, and in Clarksville, these are 2 30-plus win teams. Oak Ridge has won 34. Clarksville has won 35. They will face each other in a first-round game. So somebody with 30-plus wins is guaranteed a loss in that that first round.
And they were both here last year.
Yeah, they were, and that is over at Oakland High School. Bottom half of the bracket in 4A will be played at Siegel. Independence High School out of Williamson County will take on the Admirals of Farragut. They have navigated their way to Murfreesboro down the Stones River and have pulled up and will face Independence at Siegel High School and also at Siegel. The homestanding Siegel Stars will play. They will be there against a 35-win Rossview team. And so it just as things happen to fall, Siegel playing on a home field, also Eagleville playing on their home field. But it's just the way the brackets fell. Class A is always being played at Eagleville, and also Class 4A is always being played at Siegel. And however the bracket falls is how the bracket falls.
Yes.
And that's the way that fell in. Okay, Division 2 will be played at Middle Tennessee. Division 2 Class A will be at Middle Tennessee Christian School. And David, you've got that scheduled.
And that first game in this bracket right here is going to be very interesting because it's last year's champion Columbia Academy against last year's runner-up Providence Academy.
Yep.
So they're going to square off just where they left off last year.
They are. They're going to pick it right back up.
And then at 6:30 in the second game in that bracket, Clarksville Academy and Knoxville Grace. Clarksville Academy's 28-10 and Knoxville Grace 23-13. Half of that bracket starting at 6:30 at MTCS.
So there's your Division II Class A bracket date and also Class State bracket. The at Providence Christian Academy, they play over the rivals field at MTCS and are hosting the first to host baseball tournament. They have field there. Academy is faced Briarcrest at you've got and then you have CPA. Who is 31 and on the year, will take on Brothers out of Memphis, a traditional power. Love 6:30 games. So basically, at all of these venues tomorrow, you have a 4 o'clock game and a 6:30 game. Those are your first round matchups. That's going to get you started. Again, we thought that was going to happen at 4 o'clock, and seems to be the case due to the weather that we've had and the weather that will be probably coming through here about that day. We're using 10 baseball, 5 of them turf. The other 5 have. So
I have Georgia and Alabama, and I talk to them all the time.
Which is amazing in itself.
Well, yeah, but I talk to them about spring. See, that would never happen. And this is an nobody else.
Step aside, and as we move along in Spring Fling HQ, that's a question on Mo Mondays. Download more Filet Network here on Spring Fling HQ.
Sports.
Get ready, race fans. NASCAR is back in Music City with a new name, the Cracker Barrel 400. Guitars, fast cars, and the comfort of Cracker Barrel's country hospitality. May 30th through June 1st. The action kicks off Friday night at Nashville Super Speedway with the Rackley Roofing 200. Then the Tennessee Lottery 250 on Saturday. And Sunday night, NASCAR's top stars under the lights in the Cracker Barrel 400. Get your tickets now at NashvilleSuperspeedway.com.
Are you the biggest race fan? Our friends at Rackley Roofing want to send you to the Rackley 200 Craftsman Truck Series race at the Nashville Super Speedway on May 30th. Go to your favorite Main Street Media page and click the Enter to Win banner. We will see you at the track.
Jones & Lang Sporting Goods here in Columbia has been outfitting teams, officials, and anybody else from T-ball to college for 50-plus years. Be sure and check them out at 931-388-8060 or online at jonesandlang.com. Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25-plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
Piggly Wiggly, located in Neely's Mill Shopping Center, is Columbia's locally owned and operated Cost Plus 10 grocery store dedicated to serving the community with low prices and smiling faces. Piggly Wiggly offers fresh, hand-cut meats daily, as well as daily hot plate lunches from their deli counter. You're certain to see smiling faces and a helping hand when you're here at Piggly Wiggly. Come by and check out our fresh produce, high-quality meats, and more. Down home, down the street, we'll see you at the Pig.
Ball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common. They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities rarely found in the classroom. They innovatives, and they go a long way to giving young they need to thrive. They're making straight. This message presents interschoolism
about high school sports. I listen run on the field. The fact that since he's been playing high schools, making better decisions, proper equipment, education, coaching sport are safer for.
This message presented by the Tennis Association and Administrators Association.
Stay tuned for more live coverage on Spring Fling HQ.
Let's be real. The odds of a high school athlete getting a college scholarship and making it to the pros are pretty slim. Don't get me wrong, it's okay to dream of becoming a pro athlete, even a famous one. But that's not why I play. My reason why? I love the competition.
My reason why?
My reason why is leadership.
My reason why is to challenge myself.
My reason why is love for the game.
And hey, if we don't make it to the pros or onto the cover of Sports Illustrated, that's okay. Every something in sports. We'll
Reason why.
This message, NF Tennessee Association.
Spring Fling HQ is station break. Return.
This is the 2021 Blue Cross Bowl Football Championships. Today's coverage on the TSSAA Network is sponsored in part by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, Erlinger Sports Medicine, the United States Marine Corps, by First Bank, Vanderbilt Health, TDOT and Nobody Trashes Tennessee, Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital, Wilson Sporting Goods, and by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee. Good morning, everyone. Along with Jonathan Schaefer, I'm Dwayne Hickey. Glad you could join us here in Chattanooga, Finley Stadium for day 3 of the Blue Cross Bowl, the Division I Class 4A game this morning, Tullahoma and Elizabethton. And Jonathan, should have another great game to start day 3, and you could not ask for better weather.
Well, the weather is absolutely fantastic. We're looking at a temperature right now in the low to mid 60s. We've never seen weather like this when it comes to the Blue Cross Bowl series, and it is absolutely spectacular down here in Chattanooga. And we're looking at a great slate of games today and had a couple of really great contests yesterday to wrap things up.
Well, let's go all the way back to Thursday, starting with the Division II Class AA game where Lipscomb Academy beat CPA 27-0. The Division II Class A game, the middle game on Thursday, DCA wins over Nashville Christian 31-7. And then the nightcap, McCallie defeated NBA 28-7. Yesterday, the Division I Class 3A game, Alcoa wins its 1,000th state championship or something like that as they defeated East Nashville 45-14. Then in the 1A game, one of the local teams, South Pittsburgh, gets it done against McKenzie in a close one, 24-21. And then the nightcap that you did last night, Jonathan, very exciting game as Powell defeated Page 42-34.
Yeah, quickly with that context.
Playing high school sports. I love the call, and I wanted to keep college and stay close. I did official, a referee. When I played high school sports, I leadership and respect for the rules. These Sanders, Miz and the pros didn't, but the kids in Tennessee did. Enjoying the competition, the crowds, and free of again.
This message presented by the TSSAA Association and the Tennessee Interscholastic Athletics Association.
Welcome back into Spring Fling HQ, coming to you from Sportscom here in Murfreesboro. Southwest Grill is just open, ready for catering, and flavor pack favorites are burritos by Huckos. And you heard that in the background. It is now official. Murfreesboro until 10 p.m. evening. To you by official weather safety platform SAA soccer update for you. Gatlinburg Pigeon by a score of 1-0. Madison Magnet now in the second half, leading Battle Creek of Murray County. It is STEM Prep over Lakeland Prep 1-0. That in the 50th minute, and Alton's Academy minute of play. Of Chapel or our corporate partners are a big part of what we do here at Spring Fling. To learn more about this hour,
pleased to be joined by one of our sponsors for Spring Fling HQ this year. Moe's Grill, everybody loves Charlie.
It's a pleasure to be.
We've got right down the road here in Murfreesboro. Tell us about here around the Rutherford County area where we're traveling this.
Of course, in the Rutherford County area, we do have 2 locations: the Murfreesboro one that you mentioned, as well as one in Smyrna. Our Smyrna store is our closest, or excuse me, our newest location. Just so
All right. The Moe's slogan, food that you can feel good about. What does that mean, folks at Moe's?
You'll find and are not just coming from travel. We've got a dough to meal that's dairy free. Possibly those that are.
The following is a presentation of the TSSAA Network.
This is the 2018 Blue Cross Bowl Football Championships. Today's coverage on the TSSAA Network is sponsored in part by Regions Bank, Vanderbilt Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, your Tennessee Dairy Farmers, by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital, Musco Lighting, and the United States Army, and by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee. Good afternoon. I'm Chris Harris, alongside Alex Myers here from Tucker Stadium on the campus of Tennessee Tech University as we get set for the Class 3A State Football Championship, which features the Alcoa Tornadoes. They're 14-0 against the Chargers of Covington. They're also 14-0 as the Alcoa Tornadoes will go for their 17th state championship. And Covington looking for their first. This is a rematch, Alex, from last year in this game that Alcoa won 31-20. And a lot of folks are looking forward to the rematch.
Yeah, they are. I mean, I know if you're Covington, this is a team that all
diet or our keto, carbs, those who are clean eating or otherwise needing some vegans can feel good about eating here. Because our members share the same. So we keep them like
that a restaurant with such healthy eating options loyalty program as well. Can you tell us?
Yeah, I can. We every day, but Mondays are our favorite, and our loyalty guests tend to agree. So if you download the Moe's app and you save one of our 9 Middle Tennessee area locations as your favorite, we will preload a deal directly into your Moe's app every single Monday, just like clockwork. And for only $6.99, you can score a burrito or bowl with chips and salsa every Monday just by using our app. So download the app today, and you can even get a free cup of queso just for signing up, as well as a special offer on your birthday every year and fun perks that we throw your way all year long. We've got multiple brand relevant holidays like National Burrito Day that just passed, to locally backed deals with our partners, the Nashville Predators. Our loyalty fans who have the Moe's app and again have one of our Middle Tennessee area locations saved as their favorite can score a free cup of queso after every Preds win at home or on the road. And we're really Smashville proud here. So yes, with the Moe's app, many things are possible.
Well, and someone told me about a graduation promotion that you were running too this year. Can you tell us about that?
I can, absolutely. The graduation promotion is catering based. So let me tell you a little bit about our catering, and I'll run into that promotion. So we recently rebounded to surpass record-setting pre-pandemic catering sales records for the brand, and we widely attribute that success to transparent communication and teamwork. Our customers notice that when they work with us, as well as strategically approaching catering as its own separate entity, which really helps operations in store and our customers alike. We have a fantastic base of longtime catering clients, as well as an ever-growing new fan base of new customers who are frequently becoming new regulars. We love working with everyone to really offer our customizable food options in the comfort of their own homes, their clubhouses, wherever they could be celebrating these graduation parties, or even in the meeting rooms of their offices at work. So with our graduation promotion, keep in mind we offer free chips and dips with every entree, full on taco bars, fajita and nacho bars. Our catering menu has all the bold flavors that we offer in store as well. And because graduation season is upon us and we're super proud of all the grads this month, we're wanting to celebrate them into the summer. So using code GRAD24 when booking your next catering order of $300 or more, you can receive 15% off. And as a bonus, if you choose to pick up your catering order instead of having it delivered and set up, which we do really well, you guys can capitalize on a 25% savings. So again, with code GRAD24 for a 15% discount, will also equate to a 25% savings on all pickup orders. But you'll want to hurry because this offer is only valid on orders booked now through June 8th. Your party can be as late as August 4th, but all orders must be booked by June 8th to receive that discount. And to place that catering order, you can go to moes.com/catering. You can call 615-715-3483, or email my team and me at mimoscatering@musiccityburitos.com.
So, Charlie, we've got a lot of teams in town. If they're wanting boxed burritos or just a group order for the whole team, how would they go about doing that?
The best thing to do for all group style meals, so buffet style taco bars, fajita bars, or even burrito boxes, which do come individually packaged with a cookie and chips and salsa, they can give my team, myself, a call at 615-715-3483. They can go to mose.com/catering, or they can email my team and me directly at mosecatering@musiccityburitos.com.
Can you give that phone number one more time for the folks that missed it?
Of course, 615-715-3483.
All right. Charlie, thanks so much for joining us here, and Mose for supporting Spring Fling HQ this year.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much, and welcome to Mose.
That's right. Don't forget, MusicCityBurritos.com is where you can find out all the information. Mose, if you're on your way to Spring Fling here in Murfreesboro, don't forget to drive safe and always wear your seatbelt. It just might save your life. Buckle up, Tennessee. Every trip, every time. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. We'll step aside and we will talk to you about lacrosse across Tennessee during its first year as a sanctioned sport in the TSSAA. Dan Hughes is standing by. He'll join me next on Spring Fling HQ here on the TSSAA Network.
If you want the latest in weather conditions, be sure to tune in to our Busy Bee Plumbing weather report each weekday on Mornings on Main Street. Brought to you, of course, by Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning. We will keep you updated on the latest conditions outside, like severe weather, heat, snow, rain, and even hail.
Zion Christian Academy at zioneagles.org or 931-388-7531. You can schedule your appointment to visit their beautiful campus. Again, zioneagles.org or 931-7531 to schedule your visit today.
Being in Tennessee, we wanted to try to keep it as local as possible, so we have an entire section of our menu that is just dedicated to local whiskeys like Uncle Nearest, Jack Daniels, of course, George Dickel, Nelson Brothers, Greenbrier whiskey, and all of our taps are all local. From 2 o'clock until midnight, we've got food every day for you guys. A good handful of appetizers, some entrees, and a couple salads and things like that. My name is Ethan Kanata. Please come down and see us at the Pick Lobby Bar here at the Omni in Nashville.
Get ready, race fans. NASCAR is back in Music City with a new name, the Cracker Barrel 400. Guitars, fast cars, and the comfort of Cracker Barrel's country hospitality. May 30th through June 1st. The action kicks off Friday night at Nashville Super Speedway with the Rackley Roofing 200. Then the Tennessee Lottery 250 on Saturday. And Sunday night, NASCAR's top stars under the lights in the Cracker Barrel 400. Get your tickets now at NashvilleSuperspeedway.com.
Are you the biggest race fan? Our friends at Rackley Roofing want to send you to the Rackley 200 Craftsman Truck Series race at the Nashville Super Speedway on May 30th. Go to your favorite Main Street Media page and click the Enter to Win banner. We will see you at the track.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Tennessee, who do you meet? Answer. Men and women who played high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question. So where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer. High school sports.
This message presented by the Tennessee Secondary School Athletic Association and the Tennessee Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back into Spring Fling HQ. Chip Walters with you, and we are at Sportscom, and let you know that here in Murfreesboro, we are under a tornado watch until 10 p.m. Central Time tonight, and weather has taken its toll on this Tuesday schedule. Baseball and softball have been washed out. We are having soccer is continuing, tennis, as well as track and field is underway. And now we bring in the pride of the 731. That would be Dan Hughes checking in with us. And Dan, we are celebrating 100 years of the TSSAA this year. But no, that does not mean there is moss growing on their shoes. They're doing some brand new things. One entirely new sport has been sanctioned for the first time this year. And another new sport will be played a kind of a provisional season this year that ended up with an invitational tournament, but next year we'll be into full-fledged action with a state championship. But first of all, lacrosse has come to Tennessee.
Lacrosse has come to Tennessee. And Chip, I was thinking here, I broadcast the very first of the Spring Fling back in the
32 years ago.
32 years ago in Chattanooga.
Correct.
And along with Bill Haney. And I was thinking about what Haney would say if it said, Haney, we've got lacrosse now, and we've got girls flag football. So he would get all carried away, and he would figure out a way to broadcast it. That's sure.
Exactly right.
The Class A Girls Lacrosse State Championship was held last Saturday, and in Class A Division I, it was Page over Seymour in the thriller. 13-12 was the final score there. Page, the state champion. In Class 2A, Division I, it was Brentwood over Cookeville, 14-4. Brentwood takes the state championship. And then we go to Division II, Class A. It was ECS defeating USN. ECS the state championship, 21-8 the final score. It's very impressive. And then in Division II, Class 2A, Harpeth Hall, 15-1 over Father Ryan. Harpeth Hall, state champions. Well, if you want to see something exciting, go to boys lacrosse state championship action. That was last Saturday as well.
All of these were played over in Williamson County, and but it is the first time that state championship trophies have been passed out.
And you've got in the boys Class A Division I, Hillsboro defeated Signal Mountain 12-11, the final there. In Class Division 1A, Class 2A, it was Nolensville over Franklin. Nolensville takes the state championship. They win 10-4, the final score. Then you go to D2, Class A boys. It was CPA over Knoxville Webb, 8-6. CPA the champion. And then it was MBA over McCallie, 13-8. MBA the state champion.
So those are all of your boys and girls state champions in lacrosse. It's going to be interesting to see how lacrosse develops. It has typically, Dan, in other states has been a sport that has had clusters around metropolitan areas. And right now, that's what's happening in Tennessee typically, whether it's around Memphis, Nashville, Chattanooga, Knoxville, Tri-Cities. And when I say, like, for instance, Nashville, I'm including the entire group of bedroom communities around Nashville as well. Same goes for all of those other areas. You know, it will be interesting to see the growth of lacrosse in the rural areas of the state. You know, will Hardin County play, will they end up playing lacrosse? I don't know yet, but I'm going to make a guess that they will for sure have girls flag football, because and let's give credit where credit is due. The Tennessee Titans jumped in a couple of years ago and helped some of the seed money in Metro Nashville to get girls flag football off the ground. And it has taken off like wildfire. And I don't think we've seen the end of that yet.
Oh, no.
And we had an invitational tournament last Thursday here in Murfreesboro, as a matter of fact, out at Siegel Soccer Park to kind of cap off the first, whether you want to call it a provisional or experimental season of girls flag football. But, you know, that one is in the books. They've learned a lot, but tell us how that all wound up.
Well, Ravenwood defeated Stone Memorial. This was an invitational tournament.
So Ravenwood out of Williamson County, Stone Memorial out of Cumberland County, and Crossville. So
34-14, Ravenwood won.
Yeah.
But that's not the point.
Yes.
The point is that they were playing girls flag football. I know in rural West Tennessee, my 731 area.
The 731.
You mentioned the lacrosse. The new football fields that are going in are being
They have lacrosse lines on them.
They're ready to play, and it's going to spread to the rural areas.
That's good to know.
In a hurry. Girls flag football is a given. This is going to be one of the more popular things that goes on.
Yeah, I think, and it's going to be interesting to see. It hasn't been totally decided yet whether flag football will be a fall or spring sport. My money says it's going to be a spring sport.
I think so too.
Because a lot of times you're going to have some overlap of you're going to have you got an overlap of coaching staffs. You're going to have the boys football coach may coach the girls, or one of his assistants may be the head girls flag football coach. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I was talking to Mark Reeves, the executive director at TSSAA, and I'm trying to think if this was lacrosse or girls flag football, that 48% of the individuals, I think it's flag football, 48% of the young ladies did not play any other sport. So what that means is that these new opportunities are bringing more kids, more student athletes into the fold of playing sports. And we saw that many years ago when bowling came online.
Yeah.
It was a whole different group of young people who did that. So, Dan.
Lacrosse is the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It just widens the scope.
You're going to have some football players end up playing lacrosse on the boys' side.
Without a doubt.
No question about it. I think. Dan, thanks so much for joining us. You'll be checking in again next hour, as well as we are here at Spring Fling HQ in the borough. Do you burrito or do you bowl? That's the $6.99 question on Moe's Mondays. Download the Moe's app today. We're coming to you from SportsCom here in Murfreesboro. One more hour of Spring Fling coverage coming here on the TSSAA Network.
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25 plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
Piggly Wiggly, located in Neely's Mill Shopping Center, is Columbia's locally owned and operated Cost Plus 10 grocery store dedicated to serving the community with low prices and smiling faces. Piggly Wiggly offers fresh, hand-cut meats daily as well as daily hot plate lunches from their deli counter. You're certain to see smiling faces and a helping hand when you're here at Piggly Wiggly. Come by and check out our fresh produce, high-quality meats, and more. Down home, down the street, we'll see you at the Pig.
Get ready, race fans. NASCAR is back in Music City with a new name, the Cracker Barrel 400. Guitars, fast cars, and the comfort of Cracker Barrel's country hospitality. May 30th through June 1st. The action kicks off Friday night at Nashville Super Speedway with the Rackley Roofing 200. Then the Tennessee Lottery 250 on Saturday. And Sunday night, NASCAR's top stars under the lights in the Cracker Barrel 400. Get your tickets now at NashvilleSuperspeedway.com.
Busy bee, yeah, busy bee. If you need
Hold on, y'all, hold on. I need to make a call. Hey, this is Brianna with Busy Bee. I'm giving you a call to let you know your technician is on his way.
Oh, busy bee. Guys, not yet. Not yet.
Busy bee, oh,
I'm ready, guys.
Call 775-7833.
Custom Stone Handlers supplies over 600 distributors and suppliers with quality stone products. Along with Riverstone, we produce and distribute over 100 building, landscape, and other bulk products. Our goal is to provide quality products, service, and partnerships to ensure our customers' success. We firmly believe the measure of any person or company is how you treat other people and customers. Give them a call at 931-490-4990 or visit CustomStoneHandlers.com.
If you want the latest in weather conditions, be sure to tune in to our Busy Bee Plumbing weather report each weekday on Mornings on Main Street. Brought to you, of course, by Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. We will keep you updated on the latest conditions outside, like severe weather, heat, snow, rain, and even hail.
Zion Christian Academy at ZionEagles.org or 931-388-7531. You can schedule your appointment to visit their beautiful campus. Again, ZionEagles.org or 931-7531 to schedule your visit today.
Spring Fling HQ is in a local station break and will return in 1 minute.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Tennessee, who do you meet? Answer. Men and women who played high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question. So where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer. High school sports.
This message presented by the Tennessee Secondary School Athletic Association and the Tennessee Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back into Spring Fling HQ, and we are coming to you from Murfreesboro. This hour of Spring Fling HQ is brought to you by Zaxby's and their 4 convenient Murfreesboro locations. Chip Walters with you, and our crew of myself, David Lambert, Dan Hughes, bringing you coverage for one more hour today. We were scheduled originally to go a little longer. Mother Nature has changed our schedule as well. So we're here until 4 o'clock Central Time. Now, tomorrow and Thursday, looks like right now our coverage will be from noon until 6 p.m. the next 2 days. And so we should have we'll be able to set you up for all the baseball and softball that will get underway. We'll have softball underway tomorrow when we come on the air. Baseball will not get started until 4 o'clock. The weather, that's been the big headline today on day one, is weather has moved baseball back exactly 24 hours. They're back 1 day, and also have softball. They're still working on that schedule. And speaking of weather, a man who probably has an amateur meteorological degree, and that would be Mark Reeves, the executive director of TSSAA. And Mark, I think about, while this is nothing like 2020, but a word we learned back then was pivot. And and today has been a day of pivoting. And the thing was, you could see it coming for the last couple of days.
Well, it seems like we had a few years in a row, or at least 3 out of the last 5. It seems like where we are certainly learning how to pivot if we didn't know already. But, if you're going to run spring sports championships, you better be ready to, because you're going to have to. That's the one certainty.
Mm-hmm. And that's certainly true. What you've done in baseball is a pretty easy fix, is everything just moved by 24 hours. The one thing that has not been nailed down yet, rolling this, because it looks like after you're going to be smooth sailing for 72 hours or so moving into the weekend. But right now, moved exactly 24 hours ahead, and that's where we are. Saturday, we don't quite know yet what the championship situation is going to be. Right now, scheduled for MTSU, could not change. That again, that's a fluid situation. Softball is kind of interesting. Kind of give folks an idea of what the plan is for softball. I know the schedule is still being completely worked out, pressed schedule. Is that right?
Have to be. Now basically the culmination of that, to be quite honest, they're working on that plan right behind us,
yes.
Right now.
Exactly.
And so there's so many things that go into that, and some of which is logistics. How many officials do you have? How many games can you actually get going at any one given time? So there's a lot of things that go into that, and I think that that logic puzzle is getting worked on as we speak, and I'm sure they'll have a little bit more clarity within the next hour or so, I'd say.
The good part about softball is that the 8 fields that you use are all right here, and they are all under the auspices of the Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation Department. So they can you have one person you can talk to and say, are the fields going to be ready?
Yeah.
So you can deal with that piece. But like you said, you've got scorekeepers, PA announcers, umpires, and all of that. Again, you got to fit all those together, right?
Yeah, you do. And actually in the softball puzzle, one thing that we were able to stumble into last year, if I'm not mistaken, was utilizing for fields in Smyrna, the turf surfaces.
That's correct. I forgot about that, but we did.
Yep. And so I know that's certainly part of one of the feasibility of what they're looking at now is there a scenario where we're able to pull those 4 fields in as well. And again, I'm not quite certain, where we're going to land on that. I know that's what they're working on right now, but yeah, having that central location, at the very most 2 different sites that you're working on to be able to potentially have 12 games going on, that's a great luxury to have when you're trying to accommodate the volume of what we're trying to.
And that is people, when people ask why has Spring Fling been in Murfreesboro so long, that's kind of Exhibit A, part of the answer right there.
A facility that can handle a lot of stuff at once.
That's right. Now, and we mentioned baseball. You talked about the turf fields in 10 different fields across Rutherford County. 5 of those fields are all turf. The other 5 have good tarp systems. So that that's a pretty good situation to be in as well. And you've got really great site directors at all of those places.
Oh yeah, it's incredible. I mean, it's of course all of this is quite the undertaking, but when you look at the logistics of baseball at 10 different sites and having those sites that have all the pieces of the puzzle that you need to be able to pull it off, yeah, it's amazing.
It did, and I know it's everybody who is coming, whether they're in Mountain City, Memphis, or somewhere in between, they're traveling here and they're all looking at that. You all try to be as sensitive as you can to make decisions as quickly as you can, because even though you saw that there was going to be some weather issues, you just didn't know when it was all going to arrive. And you try to be sensitive to people to try to make their trips as efficient as possible when they come here.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I mean, that's a huge piece of the puzzle. When people are making hotel reservations.
Oh, that's right.
And you got to figure out where you're planning on staying at this place on these nights.
And if you try to have to add a day, sometimes it works, but sometimes it does not.
That's again one of the challenges of the scale of the event. If you all of a sudden you throw on 20 teams that now have to find another place to stay for one more night that they weren't expecting to during this week, it's going to be very difficult for them to be able to find a place. And that would be true for any city that's hosting an event this size. So those are certainly some of the things that we run into that we're trying to take into consideration when they're making these decisions and make them as soon as we can, as early as possible.
Speaking of facilities and sports that have gotten underway today, soccer is underway out at the Richard Siegel Soccer Complex track and field over at MTSU, and tennis out at Old Fort Park. And they're utilizing, I'm guessing, the indoor courts at the Adams Tennis Complex there.
They are, yeah. I actually just left from there before I came over here.
What a great place that is.
Oh, it's a beautiful place. Yeah, absolutely. So going and it's scheduled down to some degree because you don't have 20 courts. You've got 8, but just to be able to get things going, they can get back on the track pretty quick.
Yeah. And at the end of the last hour, we were talking about the 2 other sports this spring. One, lacrosse had their first championship. You had your first invitational tournament for girls flag football. Those are new ventures for TSSAA as we celebrate year 100 of the association. And when I mention those 2 sports, a grin comes across your face because they were both hugely successful in this first year.
Oh man, it was incredible. Just the culminating events, the girls invitational, girls flag football and boys lacrosse championships. It was great. You're providing more opportunities for kids, and specifically when you dissect girls flag numbers across the states, 48% of those girls are not playing another sport, and that's not because they've chosen to specialize and weren't playing a sport at the time. So being able to provide that new opportunity for girls or for students as a whole is phenomenal.
Well, over 4,000 student athletes are going to be in Murfreesboro this week. Their families, their friends, their fans, as well as people who just want to come out and watch great high school athletics. And it is all underway. And we don't always get an opportunity because you're running from different places. One other group we want to thank very much and give you that opportunity are all the volunteers who the Rutherford County Chamber of Commerce puts together to help man a lot of these venues, because their schedule has to change when the event schedules change as well.
That's exactly right. And I was just having a conversation, one of the members of the media just a few moments ago. And, when you're talking about trying to do what we do this week, our incredible staff of 17 people can't manage what we're doing with the help of literally hundreds of volunteers, which it's just amazing what they're able to pull off.
Well, Mark, go do a rain dance or throw ice cubes down the toilet or whatever it is. Let's keep the rain away and have a great rest of the week.
Thank you, Chip. Appreciate what you're doing, man.
Appreciate it. Mark Reeves, the executive director of the TSSAA. We will step aside. More on this hour of Spring Fling HQ right after this on the TSSAA network.
Get ready, race fans. NASCAR is back in Music City with a new name, the Cracker Barrel 400. Guitars, fast cars, and the comfort of Cracker Barrel's country hospitality. May 30th through June 1st. The action kicks off Friday night at Nashville Superspeedway with the Rackley Roofing 200. Then the Tennessee Lottery 250 on Saturday. And Sunday night, NASCAR's top stars under the lights in the Cracker Barrel 400. Get your tickets now at NashvilleSuperspeedway.com.
Busy bee, yeah, busy bee. If you need
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I need to make a call. Hey, this is Brianna with Busy Bee. I'm giving you a call to let you know your technician is on his way.
Bee, oh, busy bee. Guys, not yet. Not yet.
Busy bee, oh,
Now I'm ready, guys.
Call 775-7833.
Custom Stone Handlers supplies over 600 distributors and suppliers with quality stone products. Along with Riverstone, we produce and distribute over 100 building, landscape, and other bulk products. Our goal is to provide quality products, service, and partnerships to ensure our customers' success. We firmly believe the measure of any person or company is how you treat other people and customers. Give them a call at 931-490-4990 or visit CustomStoneHandlers.com.
Full rundown of the Blue Cross Bowls.
LearnLions.com. Coverage of the TSSAA Spring Sports State Championships will continue on Spring Fling HQ from the TSSAA network.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter.
Number 1.
High school time.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages. And
Message Association and the Tennessee Interscholastic.
the sacrifice, the dedication, the grit really set an example, don't they?
Oh, well, no question. Athletes are truly special.
Not the athletes.
Woohoo.
The officials.
Oh.
Today's student athletes are truly special, but there's something pretty great about the men and women who officiate their games too, like the way they're giving back to their communities. Officiating is a terrific way to stay in shape, meet new people, and stay connected to the game you love. But the biggest reason of all, we need more qualified high school officials. And without them, the rest of us would have a whole lot less to cheer about. Teams need officials.
Great call, Rob.
Yeah.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more. The application.
For more live covering Fling HQ.
Yours. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Tennessee. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Tennessee Secondary School Athletic Association and the Tennessee Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Fling HQ coming to you from Sportscom here in Murfreesboro. This hour of Spring Fling HQ brought to you by Zaxby's. Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's does with their new giant quesadilla and 2 delicious flavors, chicken bacon ranch and chicken fajita. Stop by locations in Murfreesboro and give them a try. We'll learn more about those at the bottom of the hour. Dan Hughes back with us again. Dan got it on lacrosse and flag football.
Sports Network. Your broadcast will begin in 1 minute. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark. 1 minute until broadcast. First Bank is proud to be the official bank partner of the TSSAA. Find your local First Bank location at firstbankonline.com. Your broadcast will begin in 30 seconds. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark. 30 seconds until broadcast. If you're listening on the internet, we'd love to mention you on the broadcast. Email radio@tsssaa.org. That's radio@tsssaa.org. Your broadcast will begin in 4, 3, 2.
And taking out the entire softball schedule today. What we can tell you from a time standpoint is that games will begin tomorrow morning at either 9 or 9:30, depending on the field, within the next bracket fields and times, and that is at TSSAAsports.com. Probably we'll say by 5 o'clock, that should be updated on the website with all of the updated brackets. And again, those games will start tomorrow now at 9 or 9:30 in the morning. And again, it'll be a compressed schedule to work towards championships on Friday. But Dan, the man, has all of the matchups, all the first round matchups that we'll be seeing tomorrow. And so kick it off there, Wichita.
Okay. In Class A, Chip has the number 1 team of Gordonsville in the bracket, and Eagleville is ranked number 2. So we're going to start off with Gordon 13, and Brewston will be taking on Brewston 33-5 and unranked.
That would be Brewston Hollow Rock.
That's right. 21-3 is Oakdale. Dresden 19-14 will take on Joe Burns, 20-16. And then this would be a good one. North Green, 33-6, taking on Eagleville, 20-5. That's Class A. In Class 2A, Kingston, 20-2 on the season. It's going to take on the number 3 ranked team in the state, Community, 28-3. Number 1 team and the defending champions, Liberty Creek, 28-2, will take on Martin Westview. They come in here at 20-7. Then it'll be Milan, 25-11, taking on Watertown, 18-12 on the season. Alcoa, the number 4 team, taking on number 5 team, Forest. Alcoa 28-4, Forest 19-10, and that's Class 2A. In Class 3A, In Division One, Class 3A, McNairy Central, 24-8, will take on DeKalb County, 23-5. Dyer County, the number 2 team in the state, 31-9, will take on Unicoi County, 23-8. Creekwood comes in 29-13. They'll be taking on Heritage, 27-8. Covington, 15-12, taking on number 1 ranked Gibbs, 37-3 on the season. They're the defending champions. Chip Gibbs has made 15 championship appearances. They've won 11 of them.
Wow.
Outstanding record here in the Spring Fling for Gibbs. In Class 4A, it'll be Green Hill, number 1 team, 33-3, taking on Stewart's Creek, the runner-up last year. 27-7. Dixon County, 27-13, takes on Farragut, 30-11. And Page will take on Walker Valley. Page comes in 22-4. Walker Valley, the number 2 team in the state, 32-8. Rossview, 16-13, taking on Dobbins Bennett, the defending champion, 23-16. Then you go to Division 2 in 1A. Silverdale, 27-7, takes on DCA, 30-5. USJ out of Jackson will be taking on CAK, 26-8. 2A, St. Benedict, 23-5. Chattanooga Christian, 20-11. And then it'll be Baylor, 21-8 on the season, taking on Lipscomb, 17-6. And that's the entire.
That's all the first round matchups.
That's all the first round.
So all the first round are set. As we mentioned, within probably by 5 o'clock Central Time, the brackets will be updated with new times because today was a complete washout on the softball side. But McKnight Park, Starplex, all here at the Sportscom complex will be the 8 fields here. And then as Mark Reeves reminded us, that they used, there's a new complex in Smyrna that has 4 turf fields that they used last year when we had a weather issue. So a little bit with the first round, but it's a compressed schedule around on. We know sure baseball will end up the Division I championship will move into Saturday. But again, we don't know exactly that schedule just yet. That is one thing they're working on. Of the teams, they were a complete day that we've had, and what looks to be coming through here sometime around 7 o'clock, 7:30 tonight. Tomorrow, just the exact same schedule we had for today, except move it to tomorrow. That's going to be the schedule, same places, same times, but that will be your baseball tournament will get underway then. So, Dan, with all of that, it's pretty amazing that with the weather that we've had, that so far soccer has not been affected at all, and we have some finals. In some tennis finals as well, which we will get to in just a bit. But the AAA quarterfinal games from today are going to be moved to Wednesday at 6:30 and 7 o'clock. And so the semifinals will now be on Thursday, and that is an update on soccer. So tonight's games that were scheduled this evening, we're looking at a future scan of the radar, and I don't want to be on a soccer field or a baseball field or a softball field in Murfreesboro around 7 or 7:30 today if that line of storms comes through.
That's right.
You've been in this time, and it is sometimes you think, well, if that comes through and blows up this whole schedule, but everybody gets on track. They're all trying to get to the same goal. It may throw the schedule off a little bit, but again, we just mentioned that update in soccer for tonight. Those games are going to be moved to tomorrow evening for their first round, those quarterfinal matchups. So all of that is what's going on. What else comes to mind to you, Dan, And if we could get a little 60-second postscript on your thoughts of day one here at Spring Fling 32, because you've been part of all 32 of them now.
Yeah, we've seen this before. It's nothing new. I remember we was in Chattanooga one time, and it came a downpour of rain, and we just moved things over a little bit. And you mentioned a while ago having this here. You could not have this Spring Fling anywhere any better than here.
Yeah.
They'll be prepared tomorrow. The kids will have a great time, and they will make some memories that they'll never forget.
Well, right outside of our window is Field 3 of McKnight Park, which is part of the softball tournament. And when I got here about 2.5 hours ago, there was a huge standing water around second base. That water's all gone right now. The wind that we're getting ahead of this line of storms that's going to come through has helped dry the fields back out. Now, coming through at about 30, but it doesn't look like it's moving fast. It'll get through here. It's going to dump a lot of water in about a 30-minute period. It's going to be loud. It's going to be bright and lightning, but it's going to get on through here. And then we're going to have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Right now, it's going to be a little cooler than normal, so bring a jacket when you come. But it looks like we're going to have sunshine or partly cloudy skies the next 3 days.
That's right. And just a bump in the road, and they'll figure it out. We'll have a great schedule and a great tournament.
All right, that's it. We have another half hour to go here this afternoon on Spring Fling. This hour brought to you by Zaxby's. Back and better than ever are Zaxby's hand-spun milkshakes. What better way to cool off from the heat than trying one of their 4 flavors, including their famous birthday cake milkshake. More coming up here on the TSSAA Network.
If you want the latest in weather conditions, be sure to tune in to our Busy Bee Plumbing weather report each weekday on Mornings on Main Street. Brought to you, of course, by Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning. We will keep you updated on the latest conditions outside, like severe weather, heat, snow, rain, and even hail.
Zion Christian Academy at zioneagles.org or 931-388-7531. You can schedule your appointment to visit their beautiful campus. Again, zioneagles.org or 931-7531 to schedule your visit today.
Being in Tennessee, we wanted to try to keep it as local as possible, so we have an entire section of our menu that is just dedicated to local whiskeys like Uncle Nearest, Jack Daniel's, of course, George Dickel, Nelson Brothers, Greenbrier whiskey, and all of our taps are all local. From 2 o'clock until midnight, we've got food every day for you guys. A good handful of appetizers, some entrees, and a couple salads and things like that. My name is Ethan Kanata. Please come down and see us at the Pick Lobby Bar here at the Omni in Nashville.
The following is a presentation of the TSSAA Network.
This is the 2018 Blue Cross Bowl Football Championships. Today's coverage on the TSSAA Network is sponsored in part by Regions Bank, Vanderbilt Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, your Tennessee Dairy Farmers, by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital, Musco Lighting, the United States Army, and by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee. From Tucker Stadium on.
If you want the latest in weather conditions, be sure to tune in to our Busy Bee Plumbing weather report each weekday on Mornings on Main Street. Brought to you, of course, by Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning. We will keep you updated on the latest conditions outside, like severe weather, heat, snow, rain, and even hail.
Get ready, race fans. NASCAR is back in Music City with a new name, the Cracker Barrel 400. Guitars, fast cars, and the comfort of Cracker Barrel's country hospitality. May 30th through June 1st. The action kicks off Friday night at Nashville Superspeedway with the Rackley Roofing 200. Then the Tennessee Lottery 250 on Saturday. And Sunday night, NASCAR's top stars under the lights in the Cracker Barrel 400. Get your tickets now at NashvilleSuperspeedway.com.
Are you the biggest race fan? Our friends at Rackley Roofing want to send you to the Rackley 200 Craftsman Truck Series race at the Nashville Superspeedway on May 30th. Go to your favorite Main Street Media page and click the Enter to Win banner. We will see you at the track.
Jones & Lang Sporting Goods here in Columbia has been outfitting teams, officials, and anybody else from T-ball to college for 50 plus years. Be sure and check them out at 931-388-8060 or online at jonesandlang.com. Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
The camaraderie, the bands, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Tennessee did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
This message presented by the Tennessee Secondary School Athletic Association and the Tennessee Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back into Spring Fling HQ. This hour brought to you by Zaxby's. Zaxby's, a proud sponsor of the TSSAA. Stop by any of the 4 Murfreesboro locations after the games for our saucy, flavorful, hand-breaded chicken fingers, wings, salads, sandwiches, now quesadillas, and much more from Zaxby's. We'll give you a quick scoreboard update on soccer that is going on out at Richard Siegel Park. Final scores are in. Madison Magnet, a winner over Battle Creek, 2-0. STEM Prep knocks off Lakeland Prep 2-0. Independence Academy over Forest 7-1, and Gatlinburg Pittman a 1-0 winner over Pigeon Forge. Those are all of your Class A quarterfinal matchups. Just about to get underway at 4 o'clock today out at Siegel Soccer Park, Cott County and Station Camp in 2A, and Franklin County and South Gibson. And those are the 2 games that will be coming up. So there's an update on soccer. We'll get you some tennis here before the hour is over. But right now, had an opportunity to sit down with our corporate sponsors from Zaxby's and talk about their week at Spring Fling. Well, it's great to be able to talk with some of our corporate partners during Spring Fling week. And one of the great partners that kind of keeps the engine fueled for a lot of our student athletes who are in town, this week is Zaxby's, and they have great food, great chicken tenders, and all the things that go along with that. And Kenzie Lehue, with the local franchisee of Zaxby's here in Murfreesboro and Rutherford County, joins us. And Kenzie, those ladies who loves to bounce around from place to place and make customers happy, right?
I most definitely am. I do stuff in every single store that we have, and we do a lot of on-the-ground footwork out in the community. So you see me a little bit of everywhere.
Well, that's a good thing. That is a good thing for sure. Let's talk a little bit about Zaxby's for folks. And now with teams and schools coming in from everywhere, from Upper East Tennessee to Far West Tennessee, whether it's softball, baseball, track teams, tennis, you name it, soccer, all these coaches are looking for an affordable way to feed their teams, and fans are also, they're scrambling around looking for places to eat. And the way that the Zaxby's stores in Murfreesboro are, you're not very far away from any of the locations in Murfreesboro.
Yep, all of our stores are within 10 miles of each other, and we pretty much have one on every single side of town. So we have one over on Fortress Boulevard, and then we have one on Church Street, kind of near Riverdale, and then we have one on Old Fort Parkway, right across from the tennis courts, and then we have one over on Rutherford Boulevard, right beside MTSU. So pretty much wherever you are, there's a Zaxby's right near you.
Now, talk about feeding teams and coaches who need to order larger orders. How do they go about doing that?
Yeah, for sure. So we have a couple different options. We have options that can benefit everybody. Our most popular option is box lunches. So they are going to come with your entree, whether it be chicken sandwiches or tenders or wings, whatever your choice is. And then it's going to come with like Lay's chips on the side. You could do coleslaw. You could do cookies. You can do a lot of different options for sides. And those are more of like the team aspect. Like everybody can kind of customize their own. Or we have like platter options, which are going to be your bulk feeding. If you're like, everybody's going to want chicken tenders and nibblers, we have platters that you could do for those. That would bulk feed as many people as you need. You can call the store and place those, or if you're through TSSAA, Courtney does a really great job organizing those and sending them back to us. Or you can even order online through our app.
Yep. So Courtney Burnett's with TSSAA. If you're a coach, you know how to get in touch with Courtney wherever you might be around the county, and she can help you get your group order in. All right. It is no secret that the chicken tenders are the base of what you guys do. And why are yours the best?
Yes, I think our chicken tenders are phenomenal. And then we're also super into bringing other new and awesome promos in. Right now we have quesadillas, giant quesadillas, and they are a huge hit. We have a chicken bacon ranch option. And then we also have a chicken fajita option featuring our Southwest Ranch that was on our salad not too long ago. And it has been a hit. They are really into it. They're only going to be here until about the end of July. So I would definitely are doing milkshakes right now. They're going to be added to our menu permanently. The milkshakes are, which are a fan favorite that are brought back. Man, we had those. They're made a little differently now. We have more options. So we have our vanilla, strawberry chocolate, and then our fan favorite, our birthday cake. And actually next Monday,
or Monday during Spring Fling, yes.
Monday during Spring Fling, the 19th. All the way to June 1st, we're having highest price milkshakes, and that's going to be in store, online, third party. So it's going to be a really great option for people that are wanting a little sweet treat with their team.
Well, and also chances are we're going to have some hot weather during Spring Fling, so a great way to stay cool. Now, I saw a photo of the quesadilla yesterday, and I'm thinking when I saw it, I said, that looks like two. Is what I saw correct? Is that all one?
Yep, that is all one. They're pretty big. They're like a giant full-size quesadilla. We cut them into 3 parts. We place them in that box for you, and you're rocking and rolling with a really great product.
Now it's there are two main flavors. There's kind of the plain that's got chicken and cheese and all that. Then there's a chicken bacon ranch version as well, right?
Yep. So there is the chicken bacon ranch, which is our chicken tenders. You can do them grilled if you want, though. But our default is chicken tenders, some bacon slices, and our regular ranch dressing. And then we also have the chicken fajito, which has got our onion and pepper mix, Southwest dressing, and again, those same chicken tenders.
All right, and also that really caught my attention when they sent me. I saw that the other day. We talked about milkshakes, and also one of the other things you talked about the app, and I've got the app on my phone. It's easy. I live within a mile or two of your Rutherford Boulevard location. I can put in my order, jump in the car, go down there, and it's ready to go. And with that, there are Zach's rewards if you have the app and are making orders through that, correct?
Yeah, 100%. So our Zaxby's app is a fantastic way to be hassle-free in the store. You can order online and customize everything just like you would if you were ordering in store. But you can order for drive-through pickup, dine-in pickup, or now all of our stores in the Murfreesboro location have curbsides. So you don't even have to get out of the car. You can click that you're there and a team member will bring it right out to you. And then we have really great rewards on there. There are customizable things that are like personalized to the person based on your historical order history. There's also birthday redemption stuff. And then now we're even doing like online exclusives. So somebody that has the app may be getting a deal that you can't redeem in store.
Yep, and that's one of the great things about that is you do get those little nuggets that not everybody gets. Like it's kind of an exclusive, and that's pretty cool. So during Spring Fling Week, again, to recap, if you're a team, contact Courtney Brunette. You have her number, or contact us at the at Spring Fling HQ, and we can get you in touch with Zaxby's for your team order. You can also order it right through the app or call a store directly, and there are 3 of them near many of the venues in Murfreesboro. Do not forget the brand new, I think you should have called them the quesadillas, since we have the salads, but quesadillas that are now on the menu. And for the whole week of Spring Fling, milkshakes are going to be half price. And so that's kind of big news.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Kenzie, thank you so much. I know you're going to be running and being busy all week, and we hope that everybody enjoys their time in Murfreesboro. Great hospitality from the folks at Zaxby's, and we appreciate everything you guys do with TSSAA.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chip.
All right. That is from our good friends at Zaxby's. This hour brought to you by Zaxby's and their 4 Murfreesboro locations. Also, a reminder, if you're here in the Murfreesboro area, we are under a tornado watch until 10 p.m. tonight. We're expecting a line of storms around 7:30 tonight. And your weather updates are brought to you by Perry Weather, the official weather safety platform of the TSSAA. Stay up to date on all the schedule changes and results at TSSAAsports.com/Spring Fling. We'll give you some of those results and schedule changes coming up in our final segment after this on the TSSAA Network.
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25 plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
Piggly Wiggly, located in Neely's Mill Shopping Center, is Columbia's locally owned and operated Cost Plus 10 grocery store dedicated to serving the community with low prices and smiling faces. Piggly Wiggly offers fresh, hand-cut meats daily, as well as daily hot plate lunches from their deli counter. You're certain to see smiling faces and a helping hand when you're here at Piggly Wiggly. Come by and check out our fresh produce, high-quality meats, and more. Down home, down the street, we'll see you at the Pig.
Busy bee, yeah, busy bee. If you need
Hold on, y'all, hold on. I need to make a call. Hey, this is Brianna with Busy Bee. I'm giving you a call to let you know your technician is on his way.
Bee, oh, busy bee. Guys, not yet. Not yet.
Busy bee, oh,
I'm ready, guys.
Call 775-7833.
Custom Stone Handlers supplies over 600 distributors and suppliers with quality stone products. Along with Riverstone, we produce and distribute over 100 building, landscape, and other bulk products. Our goal is to provide quality products, service, and partnerships to ensure our customers' success. We firmly believe the measure of any person or company is how you treat other people and customers. Give them a call at 931-490-4990 or visit CustomStoneHandlers.com.
Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son.
Uh-huh.
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Tennessee who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's conditioning. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play, and you can see the difference in his game.
This message presented by the Tennessee Secondary School Athletic Association and the Tennessee Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Spring Fling HQ is in a local station break and will return in 1 minute.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Tennessee, who do you meet? Answer. Men and women who played high school sports. Education-based high school sports we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question. So where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer. High school sports.
This message presented by the Tennessee Secondary School Athletic Association and the Tennessee Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Heading down the home stretch of our final hour of coverage in Spring Fling today, brought to you by Zaxby's and their 4 Murfreesboro locations. Our first final scores are in team competition, and David Lambert has our updates from the soccer complex at Siegel Soccer Complex. We've got our first Class A finals in from the first round games.
And, Chip, in these first 2 games, we had teams that are here in the state tournament for the first time ever. Battle Creek was taking on Madison Magnet, and they got a rude awakening here today, with Madison being victorious over Battle Creek by a score of 2-0. And in that game, we had 2 unassisted goals for Madison. Jonas Craig scored with 4:05 in the first half of the game, and then at the very end, 71-58 on the time marker, Josimar Marcos scored for Madison, and the resulting score 2-0. In the other game, STEM Prep was playing Lakeland Prep, and it was the Lions of Lakeland, their first trip to the state tournament, but they also were defeated 2-0 by STEM Prep, and there was 1 goal there from STEM Prep. The first one scored at 5:48 by Daniel Lozada. He was assisted by Yaha Sharbachi, and that came at the very beginning of the game. And then Ruiz Nelson Guzman scored right at the end of the game, and that made the final score 2-0.
All right, there's your updates on what's going on out at the soccer park. Coming up very shortly, we have Cott County and Station Camp, Franklin County and South Gibson. The AAA quarterfinal games scheduled for tonight have been moved to tomorrow night due to the incoming weather that we're going to have. We're going to check softball schedule in just a moment. Right now, here is tennis finals, Division II Class 2A. It was Knox Catholic over Harpeth Hall, 5-0. Murphy, Webb, and Lillian Murphy, Lauren Murphy, and Nala Webb had singles wins there. Baylor, a shutout win over Ensworth, 4-0. Birdie, Profit, Mailer, and Bukes all got victories there as Baylor wins over Ensworth 4-0. Macaulay, and this is on the boys' side. That was also, those last two were on the girls. This on the boys' side, Macaulay over Ensworth 5-0. Amorde, Wang, and Massey all win singles matches for Macaulay in their 5-0 win over Ensworth. Baylor shuts out MBA 5-0 on the boys' side. Columbella, both brothers, win their singles match, and Fernando Navarro wins his, as well as the doubles point, 5-0 Baylor over MBA. University School of Nashville, a 4-1 winner over Silverdale. Duong, Adkins, Oliver, and Adler all win singles matches for USN as they win in Division II Class A girls tennis. Also in Division II Class A girls tennis, it is Lausanne over Knoxville Grace by a score of 4-0. Sandu, Sorensen, Young, and Pokhama, all singles winners there. So that gets you up to date on tennis that is going on out at Old Fort Park and the Adams Tennis Complex. Now, Dan Hughes does have our first round game times and game sites. Dano, you've got 3 minutes.
Okay, let's go. McKnight at the McKnight Center here in Murfreesboro. McKnight number 1, it'll be McNary and DeKalb County. And this is playing at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock in the morning, McNary and DeKalb County. McKnight number 2, Dyer County and Unicoi County. And that's at 9 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, at number 3, it'll be Creekwood and Heritage. And at 9 o'clock, at number 4, Covington and Gibbs. Let's stay with McKnight. Let's go now to 11 o'clock, or around 10:30. 10:30, it'll be Gordonsville and Halls at McKnight number 1. Brewston, Hollow Rock, and Oakdale will play at number 2 at 10:30. And at 10:30 at McKnight, it'll be Dresden and Joe Burns. And at field number 3, at field number 4, it'll be North Green and Eagleville. And that rounds up first round from McKnight. Starplex will start at 9:30. At field 1, it'll be Green Hill and Stewart's Creek. At 9:30, it'll be Dixon County and Farragut at field number 2. At field number 3, it'll be Page and Walker Valley at 9:30. And at 9:30, it'll be Rossview and Dobbins Bennett at field number 4. And at about 11 o'clock, it'll be Kingston and Community at Starplex number 1. At Starplex number 2, Liberty Creek and Westview. And again, that's at 11:30. And then it'll be Milan and Walker and Watertown at field number 3. At field number 4, Alcoa and Forest. Then we're going to go to Smyrna for Division II. And it starts at 9 o'clock at Smyrna at Cedarstone 1, 2, 3, and 4, all going at the same time. St. Benedict and Chattanooga Christian at field 1. At field 2, it'll be Baylor and Lipscomb. At field 3, it'll be Silverdale and DCA. At field 4, USJ and CAK. So we have a possibility of having 12 games going at the same time twice.
Yeah, starting at 9:30 tomorrow, because you've got some games that are going to be starting at 9 a.m., some at 9:30. So at 9:30 tomorrow, You're going to have 12 softball games going on at the same time.
Exactly. And then you go down to about the 11 o'clock hour. You're going to have 12 more probably.
Yep. So that's going on. Dan, thanks for the update. And those, we can tell you, have now been updated on the website at TSSAAsports.com. So that wraps up our coverage today. Thank you so much, Dan.
Thank you.
Also, thanks to David Lambert. We'll be back on the air tomorrow, noon to 6, with coverage. And when we come on the air at high noon tomorrow, lots of softball results for you here on Spring Fling HQ. From Murfreesboro, you have been listening to Spring Fling HQ, a production of the TSSAA Network. Everyone be safe tonight. We'll talk to you tomorrow at noon right here.